Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is when your party guests take all the leftovers. When your party guests take all the leftovers. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Before we dive into the message, I just wanted to let you know that my new channel, Living Life with Miss Faye, is up and running. And I'll leave a link in the description there. Now, on that channel, I'll give you some daily tips that I've learned along the way. I'll show you what I do for my diet and my routine and regular things when I go outside and what I do to enjoy myself, living by myself. All right, so I invite you to join me over there. And again, I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, let's dive into this letter and see what she says. She entitles her letter, Invited Guests Taking Food. I would like to address people, invited guests, coming to your home and leaving with not one plate, but several. I don't mind that you take a plate of food when you leave, but I become insulted when you have to get 2 store bags to take the food home, like you went shopping at the market. I gave a cookout for my friends and family. We ate and drank all day. I cooked and prepared for a week. My sister helped, so I gave her quite a bit. I was so tired at the end of the day, and guests were leaving. My sister came out of the house with bags that were so heavy that she could hardly pick them up. I've had this happen many times. Not thinking of noticing until the next day when I woke up and felt hungry, I decided I would go down and get some leftovers. Well, when I looked, I didn't have a single hot dog or hamburger in the kitchen. The kitchen had been raided. I didn't say a word, but haven't had a big function since. I grew up with cookouts and big family dinners. I was taught that when you bring something to someone's home, it's a gift for the home. I was brought up the same way, but I found out everybody didn't get that message. Okay? That when you go to someone's home, it is cordial to bring a gift, especially if you come to a cookout. Just bring something to contribute to the cookout. But if nobody eats whatever, they only ate half of it or whatever, I think it's impolite to go back and want to take that home. I've seen people do that. I think that's very impolite. People now have no manners or respect for your home. Could you please give me your perspective? Well, I can give you a lot on this because the same things happened to me a lot of times. And there was a time when I used to have the family functions and, everybody come, bring something or whatever. And now everybody didn't do it, but a number of people, when it's time to go, they they want to fill as many places they could to go. So when I would have these functions, what I would do is overcook because I know they're going to take. And plus, I didn't ever want to have so much food. I didn't know what to do with it the next day. So I really didn't mind them taking it. But yeah, it was a pattern and they would ask me, do you got any foil? You got any bags? Crap like that. And when that happens, you don't want to say, Look, guys, you know, you don't want to have to talk with them or make them feel bad or anything, so you go along with it. But no, everybody wasn't at the class when they taught etiquette. Okay, everybody wasn't there, especially when it comes to your family. They feel like they are obliged to do things like that because they're family, you know, and they never think that you might be hungry next week or whatever. So, you know, they take what's there. Whatever's left that they like, they'll take it. All right. When I've gone to a cookout, maybe I went with a date or whatever. You know, if I take anything, it may be a slice of cake that I'll have later that I had already had on my plate. I didn't want to eat it, so I'll eat that later. But to go back around the buffet and pile up food like you don't have food at home, I don't understand it. But there are people, I believe to them, that's part of the experience. You know, you go, you eat all you can eat, drink all you can drink. At the end of the party, you come out with something that you can remember from the party. So for them, maybe it's like going away with a souvenir of the party. You see, so my advice to that is that you got to look at all perspectives. You know, what they're doing, like I said, it's a memento of the party. So that's why they do it. I doubt it if they're doing it because they're hungry. It's just something that they had at the party, they enjoyed, and maybe they want to have some later. And that's what, you know, they do. Uh, there was a time that I started just buying these snack trays that have the lid on them. Yeah, I used to get them, I believe, at Costco with the lid on them. And I would just have a whole stack of them. And at the end of the party, instead of them bugging me for plates and foils and craps like that, they can just fill up the little plastic containers and take it home. Already has a lid for it. So I stopped worrying about, you know, what they would take. But now here's a key for you. If there's anything at the party that you're going to want later for yourself, whether it's, you know, later that night or the next morning, you need to set that aside at the beginning of the party. Now, you might have, you know, tucked that away in your microwave or in your oven or somewhere way back where nobody will bother it. And that's your food for later. But don't rely on people gonna leave you any. Because if everything was delicious, they don't plan to leave any. All right, so that's my tip. And I really hope that it helps you. And I really hope that you understand. All right. So if any of you have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.